Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to me, Dave Pumphouse, playing yet another Kriegsspiel with the IKS. This time, we're doing Operation Overlord D-Day. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. This one has over 90 players in it, and we're very lucky because we got selected to command what is our alternate history version of 30 Corps, and it's a bit of a wild plan. So let me talk you through it. So I shall start maybe with the other corps here and the Americans and talk you through what they're doing. So the master plan was to have the 101st and 82nd land kind of in these two pockets here, and the major thing that the 82nd, when we started the kind of briefing and got given the main strategy, if you like, from Eisenhower and the gang, was to blow these bridges across the Veer. I think there's five. There's one. So these 5 bridges across the Veer, and then head down to St. Lo, and that's where we'll come in. Bit of a crazy, tough mission, but we the bigwigs at the top thought that doing so would allow a flank to kind of be shielded from any kind of action and counter-attack from all these German divisions watching these other beaches over here that would eventually start heading west. And then throughout the day, as these bridges were blown, to meet some of 30 Corps that was heading this way down in St. Lo. 101st's mission, as far as I could make out, was to land in this pocket and take Carentan, maybe Le Motiers en Berpture. Slaughtered that name, I know, and probably St. Merigles, famous or infamous kind of village in Normandy there for the airborne troops, and kind of do the typical thing, make way for the infantry, landing on this beach here, which we've renamed Ohio and Helena. So that was the Americans' job, pretty simple. Give the Americans a simple job and they'll do it, because simple-minded people. No. No. It's so that was the plan for the Americans there. But we won't concentrate too much on what they're doing just yet. The British, on the other hand, were landing on the other side of Normandy. We've got 1st Corps here that was kind of butchered a bit and chopped and changed, as was ours. They were given the commando brigades and the Green Berets and special boat service and stuff, as well as the 49th Infantry Division, to land on this beach here and threaten Cherbourg and venture inland a little bit. And basically that was their main mission, along with the 6th Parachute Regiment that was landing somewhere around here and was gonna again threaten Cherbourg and see what damage they could do along the way. It was an interesting prospect, and they'll probably try and link up with the Americans coming here, but I mean it's a bit far, and all this woodland and hills in the way. We'll see how well they do that. But the main focus for my videos is 30 Corps. Now, when I was given 30 Corps and the Desert Rats and everyone else that was involved, I was like, yes, awesome. And then there was a little bit of an order of battle change. And it just so happens that 30 Corps is twice as big as it was historically. So we've been given the biggest corps. We've been given the biggest job in the army. We're not going to fuck it up. We're going to have fun while we do it, but we're not going to fuck it up. So we have 3rd Infantry, 50th Infantry, 51st, the Canadians, and 7th Armoured. We've got 5 divisions to run. It's a mega corps. It's an army unto itself. It's a big test, but we're ready for the challenge. And basically, I'll run through what is our main strategy here, and we'll kind of talk about these arrows and what they mean. But yeah, they pretty much should be self-explanatory. So, 3rd Infantry here, 3rd British Infantry. I should state that we were given during the planning phase chances to do a air reconnaissance, and this is what we found along the beaches here. Good old bunkers. We don't know the exact German of order of battle, so for their tokens I'm using drafts pieces, or checkers if you're American. So pretty tough resistance along this beach by the looks of things, but I'll talk you through what these arrows mean. So when we devised our kind of general strategy to inform our corps of where we wanted them to go, what we wanted them to attack, we decided to do a phased kind of plan. So the blue arrows are basically phase 1 for every division, the orange arrows are phase 2, and the red arrows are phase 3. So we have 3rd Infantry Division landing on this strip of beach here, and this is generally where they're going to go. So as you can see, yes, it's a phased advance, you know, kind of covering each other as best they can. Each brigade, you know, keeping pressure on the enemy, you know, keeping it moving. And once all these villages are secured, then they can go on to phase 2, and which hopefully will see them up to lunch. And then maybe by evening time, get to Carentan, see if we can try and link up with the Americans and go across this very interesting piece of terrain here and see if we can try and link up with our buddy in 1st Corps. So 3rd Infantry's got a bit of a tough job. But the main thrust, if you like, is our trusty reserves. Now the guys who are playing the Canadians, they're like, oh yeah, did you have to stick us in reserve? And I was like, well, someone had to. Someone had to do it, and you were the guys. So we needed a trusty, strong reserve in order to, just keep a card in our back pocket if we need them. 7th Armoured are going to land pretty much on the same beach, and I have drawn a big arrow because this is kind of the make or break kind of plan. 7th Armoured are tasked with following this rough kind of plan here all the way to St. Lo in order to link up with the 82nd that are supposed to be blowing these bridges and heading south. Now the 82nd is commanded by our dear acquaintance, Mr. Hugs. And before the battle started, before things got underway, we were put in a room together on Discord to basically sort out this plan. However, Hugs, in all of his wisdom, wanted not to blow some of these bridges and head out this way. Now, paratroopers against, well, you got the old infamous 21st Panzer here, and these divisions protecting the beaches. He's going to have it tough. We tried to talk him out of it. We hope he blows those bridges and tries to keep to the main plan, but Whether he does or not, we don't know. We hope so. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? No, we hope so. In order for the 82nd and 7th Armour to link up, and then if these bridges are blown, then all this lot is coming through to St. Lo, and we can have a big old rumble in the jungle over here. On their tail are going to be 3rd Canadian, that will hopefully help secure this area, because you know it's a big area, it's big wide space. Or if 3rd Infantry or even 50th Infantry get into trouble, then they can act as a very reliable reserve. 50th Infantry down here are landing in Montmartin-sur-Mer, in that kind of region, and as you can see, their initial orders are to secure like a pocket just behind, was it the Seine River? Yeah, that's it. And then push across. Now, I have a funny feeling that maybe the Seine River here is a pretty good secondary defensive position for the Germans. We were told that there's going to be fairly light resistance, so hopefully we'll be able to smash through them. But yeah, if I was the German general, I'd definitely make this a strong secondary line of defence. But yeah, as you can see, they're tasked with the morning's actions of securing this bit, crossing the river, and then taking it all the way to Crécy-la-Salle, Hamby, and where was the other one? Roncy. And then maybe if they've got time in the afternoon and evening to make it all the way over to the Vive River. It's a big ask, it's a big push. 51st Infantry, on the other hand, are landing, and they've probably got the toughest job to begin with, landing in the vicinity of Granville. Now Granville is a big, heavy, fortified, up on a hill kind of position here. Got some nice fire, raking fire along the beach, so it's a bit of a scary position. Hopefully they'll do it. I mean, they're the Scots, so they should be all right. And yeah, they're going to assault Granville, take it, push on up until lunchtime, and secure this kind of pocket here, and then do some final punches to Ville-Dieu-les-Poilus and Percy. And that's their job. But we're going to be doing updates throughout the game and hoping to track the movements of some of these brigades. Now, we were fairly lax. You know, I want people to have fun. I'm not going to micromanage. I just was like, you know, I want you to do as per the arrows say here. I mean, they chopped and changed a bit with, I know, 50th and 3rd got back to me and said, yeah, but we want to do it like this. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And 51st Commander got replaced 3 times already, so we tried to keep it simple for them. They're probably not going to have a lot of work to do. But yeah, 3rd Infantry, on the other hand, is probably going to have the more interesting job of the day. 7th Armour is just going to punch. 3rd Canadians, they're probably going to be a little bit bored if they don't have to mop anything up. But yeah, we want it to be a bit of, yeah, have a bit of fun, not be a micromanaging corps commander. Yeah, we just wanted to do the, you know, make sure the overall strategy was kept to by the divisions, and we want to basically be the biggest corps and the best corps at the end of the day. We want all of our objectives, completed, or at least in sight of being done by the next morning's actions. You know, D-Day +1, and I'm fairly confident. I know game-wise so far, it's the last report was done at 5:30, and some of these boys have already come back and said first waves and certain brigades are already ashore. We're not exactly sure who's gone in, but maybe we don't need to worry about that too much. We'll just need to track where these brigades are every hour, on the hour, and hopefully we're going to kick the Germans' team's ass. So wish us luck, and we'll see you on the next one.